Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 45. I'm your co-host, Dehvin Moon, and with me, as always, making the magic happen behind the scenes, Trevor Payne. Trev!
What's up, dude?
Man, there's news, there's things, there's good things to talk about in the Nintendo world.
We got that news.
We reeled him back in. Miyamoto's home. He's coming in. He's with that news, with that action. This week, guys, we are going to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary as we finally got a first-party focused direct from Nintendo themselves. And as usual, the show is nothing without you. So remember, listener and watcher, if you want to be part of the show, visit our website at nintendoshow.com or watch us live right here on Twitch. You can send in your questions, comments, concerns. We'll read them live on air or implement them in the show if you go on our website. Trev, should we hop in to the magical, mysterious world we call Mr. Miyamoto's Magical News?
Woohoo! Yeah, we should. Let's do it. We got news. Man. 'Tis the season, baby.
'Tis the season. I am very excited. We got one item, and it's a biggie. It's a big beast. We had a Mario Direct. Finally, after a whole boat, no yacht, no cruise ship of rumors, Trev, we finally got to see what the Big N has been cooking up for us loyal fans.
What's The Rock been cooking?
Dude, what's it been cooking? This Direct was promised, or premiered yesterday, September 3rd, showing us the future of Mario on the Switch. So here we got all the goodness, all the action. Trev, let's start with Super Mario All-Stars coming to Switch Online. That's the very first topic. I don't know if it's the first one they covered, but let's cover that one. Seems like
let's do it.
A nice, easy breezy one, an easy breezy guy. All-Stars. The 2D. Yeah. This is the 2D one. This isn't the 3D one. Spoilers. This is the 2D one. Coming to the Switch Online. Is already out right now. Have you played it yet? You did stream. I did stream.
That was not through the collection on the Switch, though.
That's true. Not the legal means.
Yeah, but yes, I did boot this up. I updated the Nintendo Switch, Super NES Online, whatever it is. And man, I love this collection. Like, it is such a good collection. I know some people, it's very divisive. Some people are like, they changed the look, it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, all these different things. For me, I think each of these games look far superior than their initial counterpart. And I don't know, maybe it's because I did have an NES growing up as a kid, but like my first console that I like really remember being super crazy into was the SNES. And I think that's where I actually played most of those NES Mario games as a kid, was on the Super Nintendo. So for me, that feels right. Plus, I love that they have like the parallax screens. They have like more depth to the levels, and the colors pop real well. And so I don't know. It's one of those things that I know people feel one way or another about it, but I definitely am digging it. So what about you? Did you ever get into the All-Stars at all?
I do. Yeah, I think All-Stars is pretty good. I enjoy the art style as well. I mean, it's more based off the 16-bit stuff, which I thought looked the best as Mario. My favorite. I do think Mario Bros. 3 looked really good, to be honest, the old school one. And I don't know if I like that version better or not as well as this new, as the All-Stars version. I think I might like 3 version, how it looked better than All-Stars, just a little bit. But I do think, as far as 1 and 2 goes, I like the art style that they went with here, the more world-esque 16-bit art style. Totally. A great collection, though, man. This is before collections even were popping, dude.
This was like the OG collection, like pretty cool stuff. And it's cool. Like, I know that all these games are already playable. Like, except for, is Lost Levels playable?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, so I think all of these are playable. So it's kind of, I know some people were online were being like, oh, this is just the games that we can already play. But I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like, this collection for a lot of people is a big deal. And for me personally, I'm so happy that they put it on because I really do like that 16-bit era a little bit better. So I'm excited about it.
Well, and it's just more like ways to play these games
Yeah.
that, like this one especially, you don't actually, you're never playing All Stars. No, I don't think we've seen All Stars alone forever. I don't even know
Not
if it was
since
like
the
on the
Wii.
Wii. Yeah, I think maybe
They
the
came
Wii.
out with a special collection on disc for the
That's right.
Wii.
That's right. Yeah,
For
they did
like
that.
the 25th anniversary, I think, something
Yeah,
like that. And it
yeah,
was
that's
a
right.
cool package, but it was just those games repackaged and then some music on a disc, you know? And
Yeah,
so the fact that they're able to just real quick throw this out digitally is super rad. Really cool.
yeah. Yeah, so that's a little guy. That's a little nugget. Let's talk about this one playing right now. We got Super Mario 3D World plus
Mm,
Bowser's Fury, guys.
I'm excited, Dev.
Dude, crazy enough, like I'm almost more excited about this than a lot of the things,
Yeah,
even maybe the collection.
even the collection, to be honest.
Yeah,
And, you know, it is a bummer that it's not until next year. So it'll be, what was it,
yeah,
February next year?
yeah. February, yep, February 12th,
Okay,
21. Yep.
cool.
So that's when it's coming out. But dude, I don't know. I'm just very excited with what I'm like. So here's a question we have. Pippin asks, "Will Bowser's Fury be a bigger expansion similar to Luigi U? Do you think this is a Luigi U type of an expansion here? We can see in a
Yeah.
couple more hours of this thing. Yeah, that's
I
my
think
feeling
so.
too.
That's my gut feeling. I think Nintendo knows a lot of people enjoy this game, and then also a lot of people really want to play it, but they never wanted to go buy a Wii U to play it. So I
Yeah,
think that they know that there's going to be some excitement about this game. The fact that they have it separate from the actual collection, and they know they can sell it for $60 on its own, I think they put some thought and effort into what we're seeing now, the Bowser's Fury. And I don't know necessarily what it is. We'll probably get more details,
yeah, I have
you
no
know,
idea.
later on, probably start of next year sometime. But I'm hoping that it's like a whole new set of levels, like a really vast expansion, because this game really was just a gem. Like, what a great Mario game.
So good, dude. To be honest, I think this is. I might be one of my favorite Mario games. It's up there, dude. It's way up there.
It really is.
It's one of the best multiplayer games that Nintendo's ever made, I think. It's so like as far as like Mario multi-specific games like that, man, it's so good. It's like a game that I actually got my wife to play all the way through.
That's
She doesn't
awesome.
like it, dude, all the way through. We beat this game together. This is the only game that has ever
I
happened on,
love
and
it.
it's an amazing experience. So fun to play. It doesn't make like it's difficult enough, but it's not like punishing to those that are going to be newcomers either. And
Exactly.
man, oh dude, I just love it. The cat suit, what they
The
choose to
cat
do
suit's
with the cat
awesome.
suit. So it's such a good power up. They have a lot of cool stuff like this one with the triple and the
The
quadruple thing
cherries,
going, yeah,
right? Where you
cherries and
duplicate and
yeah, man.
it's the other thing is too is this game already looked great on the Wii U. So even if it's just like a higher res on the Switch playing at like full 1080 or whatever it is, it's a looker. I don't know. I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to dive back in. This is one of my boys. This is actually my boy's first Mario game. I think they played it when they were
Really?
2 or 3, and
Okay, yeah.
it was one of those games that they would constantly just die, you know, because they'd just run around and follow me
Yeah,
around. But they'd go
yeah.
into the bubble or whatever it is. I can't remember exactly, but
Yeah.
sure was a cool experience, and I'm excited to dive in and re-experience this game. And I'm glad that other people that didn't have the opportunity to play it are going to finally get that chance. So
And a couple cool things that I think Game Explain noticed and other people is that it's moves faster. It's actually sped up a little bit. So
oh,
I think the
really? Okay,
movement's a little
cool.
bit quicker, which should be a little interesting. I think it'll speed up the gameplay, make it a little more fun. So they're doing a little bit more here. There's a little bit more tweaking going on, and that's why. And the plus is what is throwing me for that Luigi U kind of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
It's not deluxe, and and just add that ad there, and then a totally different thing. It seems like it's a different game packaged into
Sure.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we will be seeing at least a 3 hour, hopefully new worlds, maybe one new world. I don't know. I've heard rumors of this being a big wide open thing. Don't know how that would play out. I think these games they are 3D, but I think they're 2D in their heart.
Yeah,
What they
well, it's a very
feel,
fixed camera, right?
yeah,
Like they
exactly.
choose where the camera goes, and
Yeah,
you know, you're just in control of the character. And I think it's it's great. Like, I love the Odyssey, the 64, style where you can move the camera where you want. But sometimes having them frame the shot the way it needs to be is kind of cool.
It's really nice, yeah. So in that way, it's very 2DS Mario.
Yeah,
and even you got the flagpole at the end. It just calls back to that 2D feel. So to me, it's not a 3D thing specifically, just because it's in 3D. It feels this in Land felt like 2D Mario games, and in my opinion, some of the best for sure.
For us,
dude.
But even more importantly, Dehvin.
Yeah.
Did you see the amiibo?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, they didn't show it in the stream, but I guess this was like announced on the website, or I don't know.
Right.
But a Mario and Princess Peach in their cat suits, and they are adorable. So I kind of like slowed down on the amiibo train. I have way too many of these things. I'm finding them everywhere. I'm going through my drawers, picking out some clothes for the day, and there's an amiibo in there. But these are definitely ones I want because I think they just look so cool, and plus the cat suit is so neat. So I definitely want it.
Yeah, dude. They look really cool. They're very different. They're like all liney and hairy looking. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. So that's that. That's the next one. It's a big guy to me. I really am. That's one of the most excited games here. But there's a lot to be excited about for sure. Let's talk about the first one here. Let's talk about where is it? Game & Watch.
Yeah.
We got Super Smash Brothers and Lost Levels. This will be coming out November 13th. This game,
it's kind of silly, isn't it?
A lot of stuff, yeah, really silly. They're getting ways to, I don't know, make us pay $50 for like Mario again.
Those jerks. Like, honestly, watching this the whole time, all I saw was like dollar signs coming out of my pocket because obviously, like, this thing looks so cool, and it's it harkens back to the old Game & Watch, and obviously it has a backlit IPS color screen, and you're gonna be able to play the actual Lost Levels and, like you said, the original Mario Brothers. This is really cool, and they have like these special clock faces that animate and are really silly. This is one of those things that like I want really bad, but I will probably play with it like once or twice and then just put it on a shelf. So I'm trying to control myself and be like, you know what, you don't need this, dude. This is not. But this look so cool, Dehvin.
It does look so cool, and it's definitely a collector's item. The $50 thing for basically it's 30-year-old game.
Yeah, exactly.
35-year-old game now. Craziness, outrageous, but and the clock, dude. The clock kind of sells me on it though.
Right? It's like you wanted an alarm clock, right?
Yeah, you're like, I need a clock. Then I'm like, do I need a clock like this? Probably not. It's just like the Switch Lite, dude. They know how to get you.
They really do. Those jerks.
They're like crack addicts for this thing. It's like, here, come get a little taste.
Come get it, buddy.
Some sort of line, baby.
That Mario line.
Mario lines, a couple of them.
Did we just become an explicit podcast?
I think we did. Dang it, we got to change our rating, dude. This is not for children, man. So this is this I think I will buy, but it's also, who knows? It's there. It's a fun little trinket. If you want it, get it. I'm sure they'll be limited. And speaking of limited, we will get to that craziness right here when we talk about Mario's the 35th, Super Mario Bros. 35. I think maybe that's what the name.
Yep.
Comes out October 1st. Guys, do you love yourself a little Tetris 99? Could I interest you in something better than Tetris 99? Well, I'm not going to go too far. Mario.
We haven't even played it. But it's better.
Tetris is one of the best games ever made. But Mario coming out, doing that Tetris 99 action, you are attacking your enemies, throwing your foes that you defeat at your enemies, the people you're competing with. Whoever's last wins this whole thing. You got KOs happening on the... So it's basically laid out exactly like Tetris 99 in every single way.
Yeah.
Except that there's Mario playing in a regular Mario match. I don't know if it's a new level or what.
Yeah, we don't know kind of this, like, and is it going to switch up? Is it going to like be the level for a week and then it rotates? Like, we don't really know what it's going to be, but whatever it is, like, I love this idea of trying to out Mario each other.
Yes.
And the fact that when you defeat enemies, they kick over to your enemy's screens and they end up having more enemies to deal with. And What a cool like battle royale style like idea. Like I love this. I know this isn't a unique thing. An actual I guess fan made version of this came out a while ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Nintendo put the kibosh on it because obviously they had something going on too, or they stole the idea. Regardless, whatever, this is the official thing. This
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
really fun. This is going to come with your online membership. But Devin, the weird thing, so first of all, it comes out on the 1st of October. The weird thing that it's only playable until March 31st of next year. So it's like this limited time window to play this game. I don't know how I feel about that. It seems weird, right?
It's very weird. It's weird
Why?
that they're. So we'll talk. So someone has a question about the 3D stuff. Let's talk about this game specifically. Why is this game have a limited run? It doesn't make sense to me that this game specifically is a limited run at all. I don't understand that. Like I have some thoughts with the 3D stuff, but when it comes to this, I do not have any idea why you would do that. I've heard I don't know. I've heard people say things that it's like a Japanese type thing, that they're trying to make the online kind of a always fluid thing, that you will see this come back again, but it will be different or changed, and Tetris will be flowing out too, and other things will come in, and that's just kind of how this will be, maybe. But I honestly do not get it, at least to my dumb American brain. I do not understand this. I'm like, this is a good way to get people to get it on your service.
Yeah.
That is really lacking, dude. I have a Nintendo podcast. I love Nintendo shiz. I mean, I was just talking about getting a useless $50 product. I got a Switch Lite, and I don't know why. So I'm willing to buy into this stuff, but Nintendo Online, I haven't needed to buy or like my year's up, dude, and I haven't re-upped it yet. I'm going to, but I haven't.
But like there hasn't really been a need,
there
right?
hasn't been I switched my card number, so it just didn't re-up.
Yeah,
and
so
I
just like, well,
I'm just sitting here like, well, maybe when I need it,
I'll get
re-up.
to that eventually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what games am I playing? A Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I played the crap out of that on Wii U, so I don't need to race anyone anymore. I'm done.
Exactly.
As far as like, and Smash Brothers, that online is trash, bro. I ain't playing that crap.
Well, and the other thing too is like the only reason that I have it is because there are a couple games that we do play online, the kids and I. But the main thing is for the save backup. I'm like, hey, I'm backing up my saves. I'm using that service. That's like the main thing I feel that I'm paying for, even though I feel like it's kind of expensive for just that, so it's kind of silly. But, the other thing is too that I'm thinking that it could be limited. Like it might be because, hey, maybe after 6 months, a year, the player base for this game is going to dwindle to the point where you're not able to find really great matches and have a variety of people. So maybe having it there exclusively for a moment in time, and then they shut it down, and then they make a Super Mario World version of this, put it out, and they rotate them. I could see something like that to kind of spark interest to get people back into it, maybe.
Yeah.
But it did seem a little funny. But this game looks awesome. I am so stoked to play this.
Cool.
It looks
so
fantastic.
Cool. Well, and just a little fight back, I feel like Tetris, they've really went along with that. They've done new themes. They've done a whole bunch of stuff. I think 35 could do the same thing. You could do a world theme. You could do other themes like that.
Yeah.
So again, very confused. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but maybe some reason I even thought Tetris was limited, but maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it is though. But it's been up for a while since it started, so
maybe they changed their mind, realizing, oh, this is actually still popular, and it still is. Like I went into Tetris 99 recently,
and you're able to find,
people were still going. So people love that crap. I think this might be a similar level, and just the imagine a level just filled with enemies. That's intense. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be a nail biter, dude. I'm so excited for that game. All right. Speaking of really, dude. Okay, so like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks, someone was saying that they didn't think Nintendo had the creative chops anymore. They weren't on that DS action. Well, look at this crazy crap, everybody. Look at this crazy crap. There's a kid playing in his room right now, and what's rolling on that ground? What's rolling on that ground? Yes, it is a real-life Mario Kart toy with a camera strapped to the top of it, and we are seeing AR action, dude. And it is so cool to see this artificial reality of a Mario Kart game. You basically are building your own courses. You're using it looks like four kind of checkpoints that you use to make your little map or how the course will go. And you just rearrange. You can put items in the way. You can put whatever you want. It's your own course. It's your own house. You be creative. You have fun. It's 4 players. So definitely, got that Mario Kart multiplayer action. So far we've only seen a Mario Kart and a Luigi Kart. This is running at $100, and this will be coming out it's somewhere around here. Sorry, I'm all mixed up on this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Where are you at? Live October 16th.
Yeah,
so that's pretty
this year. It's cool.
We got like a month this year. Yep. So this is Mario Kart Live home circuit that I'm talking about. Dude, what are you thinking of this thing?
So this is like, you are so right. This is Nintendo being weird. Like, they have always called themselves like a toy company, and this is a perfect example of that. Now, I think that saying they're a toy company is a little weird because they are very much a video game company. But this is so freaking cool. So you can, obviously each cart costs $100, so it can be expensive, especially if you wanted to play multiplayer. So I think a lot of people, if they do get this, it's going to be a 1-person game and you're playing against AI. But I love the fact that you can create the track. It looks like you have paint wheels and you can draw out like where you want to have like the circles and the bends and all that stuff, and match them up to the little goalposts. But it's so neat to see the other characters that are in augmented reality. They respond to your shells, and then when you get hit by a shell or something, your cart actually stops. Like, what a cool little thing. And this is all being controlled from your Switch, and you're seeing like a perspective right from the car. And I'm excited to see how this actually works, like see like fidelity wise how well it controls, because sometimes with a lot of this connectivity stuff Nintendo struggles a little. But I'm in love with this idea. I love Nintendo being weird. I love them being just strange and trying something else. Dude, we were strapping cardboard to our face. Not me personally, but like someone was strapping their Switch to a VR cardboard set to play stuff. Like, Nintendo is so freaking weird. I love it. Like, just what a cool thing. I did not expect this at all.
At all, dude. This was left corner. That was crazy stuff. So someone asked this question. Well, first off, the painting wheels. I didn't realize that until you said that. That's how they're making the course.
Yeah, that's how you draw the course. So
you're drawing the line.
So you can make it like curvy and go around things in your house, but you just have to actually hit each one of those 4 goals or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, checkpoints.
Yeah, checkpoints. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here's the question. Where are you guys? Okay. Oh, maybe I don't have it. I think it's at the bottom. Sorry, you guys. This is just playing it. Here it is. Okay. Katie asks, being both dads, what's your biggest concern with a game like Mario Kart Live Home Circuit? When you're seeing this game, what are you thinking in your head?
I'm thinking in my head, I have to buy 4 of these things.
That's one problem. That's $400, dude.
So, like, I have 3 kids, but obviously, if I'm buying 3, I got to get a 4th for myself. I'm not going to be the odd man out. I'm not going to do that. Like, there's no way I'm going to spend that much money on this game that probably won't be that amazing of a game, but I think it's more of like a cool experience, and I think it would be neat. If anything, we'll buy one and we'll take turns playing it or something like that. But that's my first concern when I was seeing this. I was like, oh my gosh, am I have to buy? Does this come in a pack, or am I okay? I'm gonna have to sell, kid. I don't know. But that was my main concern. The other concern was like, what about people? Like, this was in like a living room that was very open with a wood floor. Like, how well does this work on carpet? Because we don't have wood tile throughout our house. So how well would this actually work on carpet? Some remote control cars suck once they hit carpet. So some people would have to consider that before buying this.
Yeah, that's one of my big concerns, is that the wheels aren't going to work very well on carpet, especially those RC. Like, I don't know how well this RC is built.
Sure.
I don't know how powerful this thing goes. I'm interested in like like the painting situation, right? So if you're painting that track with the car,
Yeah.
what if you like try to do like a cool roundabout thing, but you smack into smack into like some wood, right?
Yeah.
How do you edit that? How like precise are these carts? Like that's very interesting. I
It
don't
is
know
cool.
how like the
What
movement is
happens
gonna be.
when you have it launch off the top of the stairs
That's what I'm
and you
saying.
put like
Are there jumps? Like what? How does it know that you're jumping? Like my thing is like I don't know. There's like so much little details that I'm like, how does this work in this world? So I'm not sure about a few things, but overall, I think it's very, very creative, very
super cool?
Nintendo, and super cool. Yeah, super
Yes.
cool. I will give it a try. Hopefully, Trev, like the carts are cheaper. You know what I mean? Like maybe the
That's
game
what I'm
and the
hoping
tag is
for.
100. They have like $25
Like
carts
a
or something.
discount. Cause I mean, like I could see buying maybe 2 of them. Be like, this would be a cool thing. 2-player at least, you know, because I think it'd be a little chaotic to have 4 of these cars racing around the house. I'm thinking also, okay, so how bad is the paint on the walls, you know, that are down low gonna get all scuffed up and beat up? But like one thing I could think of is like taking this to a gymnasium, something that's just big open wood floors, and then bringing a bunch of stuff and make these like epic tracks. Like I think that would be so cool and have like competitions. Nintendo should have like circuits, local circuits. Everybody gets together. They're like Nintendo sanctioned. No. How cool would that be though?
Yeah. Oh, like those game stores or the like the board game stores and stuff where they have those big bank like rooms and stuff where they all play their D&D or whatever.
Yep.
Like it'd be cool to like do some, you know, kind of tournament stuff with that and see how that works.
That would be
Anyways,
cool.
Go take that idea because that's awesome. That's great. So that I'm excited about this. Your animals may be hurt in the process. Watch your kitties and your ducks. What other beautiful things we got to talk about? We got All Stars out of the way. 3D World Plus. Wow, dude, are we down to
so I feel before we get into like the big one, there was like a handful of just random small things. Like for instance, there's the Mario Kart Tour, you know, different icon or character models or whatever. I could care less about that, whatever. But then they like talked about, hey, there's new merch, and I was like, oh, merch, I like merch. But then I love that they're gonna have a Splatoon Splatfest.
That shirt is sick.
Those look awesome. I'm totally into that. They're gonna have a thing in Mario Maker, like a challenge, which will be cool. They'll have a Smash Brothers cup that's only Nintendo or Mario characters.
Mario focused,
yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, this is cool that they're making it a big deal, that it's not just a game. There's keychains coming out. There's overalls, Devin. There's like some dope overalls, short ones that I'm gonna be wearing.
Gotta let those bad boys shine with the bright lights of
Well, and then like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing will have Mario themed furniture during a specific amount of time. There's shoes. It seems a little crazy. But I think it's fun that they are making it a celebration almost. I know it's a celebration of giving them money for Mario items, but at least it just seems like, hey, you know what? They're throwing Mario a big party, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Devin? I'm turning 35 this year as well. So Mario and I are basically brothers.
Guys are the brothers, dude.
Yeah.
There's a third brother.
So anyways, it's cool. I'm quite excited for all the extra goods, you know what I mean? But
oh man.
Devin, should we get into the meat and potatoes of this?
It looks like we're ready, man. This is the big one. This is the one that's been rumored. This is the one that's crazy cool. We got Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Love the name.
Yep.
How can you hate that name? That's perfect.
You can't.
We got here right now. We got Mario 64. He's all cleaned up. He's all HD'd. We got Super Mario Sunshine, also cleaned up, and then we got I was going to say Odyssey. Nope, Galaxy. You already have Odyssey.
Just the first one. Galaxy 1.
Just one Galaxy. Galaxy 2, you go home. Take your little Yoshi with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you. Dude, how you feeling overall? What are your senses? How you feeling about this? And first off, let's talk about the date, right? What is up with this date?
Oof.
September 18th?
Right after my birthday, baby. I know what I want.
Trev, you are a Mario brother. You are a Mario brother. It's like they even got your birthday going down
This
here.
is meant to be.
It's meant to be.
I'm excited, Dehvin. Like I'm
man.
excited because it's a collection of bringing these games to the latest platform and being able to play them again. I think that's exciting. This is going to be a collection I think that my wife will play and something that we'll be enjoying as a family, and something where I don't have to go to one of these like Chinese handhelds to figure out a way to play these games. Like I love that this will be actually put on by Nintendo, higher resolution. I am, to be honest, disappointed about the fact that there really wasn't much done as far as, well, really, honestly, Dehvin, there wasn't much done, period. This is all stuff that emulators do anyways automatically, is just upscale them, you know, like run them at a higher resolution. So there's really, I don't think it was a lot of work on their end. No. I did like that at least Sunshine was in the 16:9 aspect ratio, but the fact,
there's some work,
right?
They did half the job.
But Mario 64, why? Like, I know, I get why not.
Why?
Like, because the game was not made for it, and they would have to actually go in and do something, which I don't think they really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed. I was expecting, Dehvin. I was expecting, like, when they showed the handheld, they showed it, Mario jumping out of the little warp pipe, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're gonna show it zooms, and then you see like widescreen, and then I was actually like deep down, I was like, oh man, they're gonna show like this HD crazy graphics, like remake. No, unfortunately, they didn't go that far.
Yeah.
But like that sure would have been cool.
That would have been great.
I think this game deserves a full-on like remake.
It does. I think so too. I think it deserves like a full-on
like remaster. Zelda.
Yeah, a Link's Awakening kind of. I would even say further maybe than that. But yeah, it deserves a completely new look, and it deserves to have HD, full camera movement, and a whole bunch of stuff. Which brings me into the date, which is also interesting. This is only staying till March 31st, 2021. This is like 6 months away. Very strange, like crazy weird.
For the physical and digital.
This game will no longer exist. It's a game that is Disney vaulted, as everyone has been saying. Very weird. They're creating scarcity, obviously.
Definitely
but
strange.
Why do you need to create scarcity for Mario?
They don't.
One of your highest selling things. This, especially 3 of the best Mario games ever made, put into a collection, does not need to be like, oh no, I need a copies, and they're going to sell a crap load. It was going to sell a crap load.
Totally.
This was going to sell a lot. Whoever's thought that, there's some people that were saying that Mario, this collection, even if it was poorly done, like this kind of where it's like half done, that it won't sell a lot. Well, I don't think that's
true. It'll sell.
Guys, let's talk about the freaking one of the worst Mario games ever. Mario Wii U, or whatever the crap that is. Mario Brothers Wii U. That's 2D garbage. Somehow
that sold like crazy.
It's like at 8 million, dude. It's like number 10 on the Switch games has been sold.
Totally.
This game is beloved. These games, Mario 64 alone, could sell as much as that freaking thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I do not get that at all. Scarcity doesn't make sense.
I have a theory.
I have a theory too. What's your yours? You go first.
No, you go first. I've been going first a bunch. It's your turn.
Okay. I honestly think it is because of money. I think these properties are too big to have put into this collection, and it's a temporary thing. Just like Zelda, when they put that on the GameCube with Wind Waker and stuff, it's like these are like, it's a little flash in the pan. It's a moment.
Sure.
If you're lucky enough to have a Switch during this moment, good for you. You're gonna have that game. But if you're not lucky enough, it sucks for you. Like, these games are too big that Nintendo knows it, that they want the money. They want to resell you this game over and over and over again, just like they have for everything else. And they're just saving it for that one reason alone. So either they're going to piecemeal this later for $30 for each game on the online service, or we'll never see it again. and then you will see an upgraded 64 sometime down the line,
Sure.
Sunshine sometime down the line, Galaxy sometime. But that's my theory, is that they just are too big, and they feel like they're giving too much to the fans, like, which they honestly aren't, but
They aren't, but
they
yeah.
think they are. They honestly think that this is too much. You are lucky enough to get this.
You have the privilege.
Honestly, that's how they feel, because honestly, what game, like, you have Metroid, that was a collection, you had this as a collection, and what was the last Mario collection you had? All Stars, dude. That was like 20 something years ago, bro. There's a reason that these things don't happen. They just don't happen, man. And why do you think they haven't put All Stars online or until like the 25th anniversary? It's because they keep selling you on the one game, not
like
all
individually, right?
Yep, individually. You will not see this game again.
That's my kind of thoughts. So I think you're definitely right there. I think that they're doing this collection, this bundle, as a limited time thing. That this bundle, physical and digital, hey, get the whole thing for $60. It's $20 a game. That's a still. First of all, I still think that's still very overpriced. It should be max $10 a game for this, because these are old games.
It's definitely stealing, especially since you guys haven't.
Especially because they didn't do jack.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, all they did was whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is because what we're going to see come March or whatever time that it expires is that I think they will sell them individually, and I think they'll sell them for $30-$35 a pop, something like that, because they know people will buy it. Because people will pick up a Switch then, and they're going to be like, hey, I really want to play Sunshine. I really want to play Galaxy. And they'll buy them. But for this specific time, the celebration, hey, we're going to cut you a deal. We're going to sell it to you a little bit cheaper and in a bundle. So, that, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I doubt that they're going to do the Disney Vault type thing where they lock it away. I don't see them doing that. That seems weird. Like, to be honest, that seems so strange, because why take away the opportunity to make money from people? I don't know. It seems really strange. I don't know.
Well, essentially, since they already HD'd them, they're already there. So it's like, why not just, like you said, piecemeal? It makes probably the most sense, but it wouldn't surprise me. Like, Nintendo is not immune to craziness.
They make some weird choices sometimes, right?
Well, this one that's the sad note. It kind of is. It's a great note to end on, but it's also a sad note, and that's why I felt better about the 3D World game. It's because I felt like I was getting more than I was asking for. But this one, I feel like I got less than I thought. And Trev, when we did our predictions, they were low, dude. They were freaking low. You even guessed that it would be not even a 16.9 for Mario 64.
Yeah.
And so like in the end. It's crazy to me. So it just ends on a lesser note, but especially when you see Sunshine, which is on 16.9, and then you're like, why not this one? And then the other weird thing that they added that you get later, the news you get later, is that Mario Galaxy will use the pointer controls because it was a Wii game. But also when it's handheld, it's going to be very much inferior because you're going to be using the touch screen to grab those stupid stars. My opinion, don't grab those stars.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. They're not even worth it.
Is that how they're going to do it then? Because I know that they said a lot of people were worried oh crap, am I going to have to play this docked and have the Joy-Con? They specifically said it's going to be compatible with all of them. So you're going to be able to play it handheld. So if you have a light or whatnot. But that's how the little pointer collector star things will work then.
Rubby, dude.
I don't know how you're all playing. You got both hands up.
Yeah,
and then you gotta no thank you.
They're always flying out, bro. Those stupid little things are flying everywhere. That's gonna be almost all the time.
I mean, that's hard.
Don't even grab them, guys, because I don't. If I'm right, I don't think you need them in Galaxy.
You don't necessarily need them because all it is pretty much ammo for the second person to shoot at the other characters to kind of stun them or whatnot, right?
Yeah,
it's been a while, but
it seemed pretty useless. I'm like, it didn't give you anything. Maybe it gave you life, but I'm like, get good, bro, because this ain't gonna be fun.
You're so hardcore, Dev. I love it.
Man, I'm so good. But dude, that's concerning. Then Galaxy 2's not here, which I totally get now. I understand why Galaxy 2 is not here. You know why Galaxy 2 is not here?
Because they'll
their
sell it
idea,
later.
well, that too, but their idea for touchscreen to be on handheld, they realized that ain't working for Yoshi, man.
Right.
Could you imagine? Because Yoshi was really cool in that game because you use the pointer as his tongue
to shoot out and grab it.
Yeah, it worked amazing. That would work fine on the Switch, but it would not work in handheld at all. It'd be so impractical.
It wouldn't make sense. And you know what? Like it, which is sad. Like I love that Nintendo is creative in like how you play a lot of their games. Like for instance, with the Wii, like very unique. But the downside is like down the road playing on other hardware, you don't have that anymore. And so like the preservation aspect of being able to go back and play those games without the original hardwares makes it suck. And so sometimes I wish that Nintendo would just stick with like the traditional controls, but I guess that's what makes Nintendo are these very unique things. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in a way, but you're right. I think that's a great reason. And I haven't even thought about that until now. Yoshi, like that would be a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're only playing with Joy-Con or something like that. So
especially with what they did, you know, because it seems to me that they just wanted the bare minimum. And so if there's no way they were changing the controls to make Yoshi work for it.
Right.
You know? So yeah. And to be honest, I don't understand Mario 64 16.9, except that maybe the way it was created, that it would show too much of something.
Yeah.
That would mess up the camera a little bit or something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You know,
but I know they did it. I know they did that 16.9 thing for the PC, like the guys that were modding it when they got all that information.
So, because they're doing it, I think, in Unreal Engine, and they're actually remaking the game from the ground up in that PC HD 16:9 version. Now, because I was watching it, and it's very like it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it. Just everything looks a little off because it's not Nintendo doing it. Like Mario's mustache seems a little funky. I don't know. But the thing is, it does look really beautiful. But I think Nintendo would actually have to put in some work and really dedicate some time to it. And I don't think they really wanted to, because I think they know they can just put this out and it'll still sell just the same. And maybe they're saving it for down the road. We're like, hey, we will do a full-on remake of this game where we will have to start from scratch, tear it down and rebuild it, and then sell the whole thing for $60 or $70 or whatever it is down the road. But I mean, the fact that we can now play these games, I'm so excited for Sunshine, because that's a game I have not, like you said, you and I both haven't really given that game a fair shake.
A full shake. And dude, to be honest, so it's like, you know, again, it's kind of a bummer news, but in the end, you're getting 3 of the best Mario games. And they're handheld.
Totally.
Oh, that's a big deal. Like, for me, that's an awesome deal. I love handheld stuff. Mario games, especially on handheld, are so fun.
So cool.
Like, it's just a great game to just have podcasts playing to or other stuff. It's a great game to play background crap. I love those types of games. So for me, man, I'm so excited. I haven't played 64 forever. I haven't played Sunshine even longer. And Galaxy, I am least excited about just because I have recently played it, but it's amazing. It's one of my favorite games. So yeah, dude, in the end, being sad about 3 of the best Mario games.
It's kind of silly, right? I know.
You just wished a little bit. Like, I just want, if Mario 64 was 16.9, I probably would be more hyped about this.
I would too.
That's really the only bummer that is really bugging me. There's also music. That's the thing they added.
Yeah, sure.
Not for me, but that's
like I don't drive, in my car and bump Mario tunes, but I mean, like, the fact that they have it there, sometimes it's fun to just go in like, hey, let's just check some of this out, do a little reminiscing, you know what I mean? Because you know what, the Mario 64 soundtrack is very iconic. I was playing it, I was emulating the 64 version, and over the speakers, my wife heard the music from like the penguin level, right? And she knew exactly what it was. She came in and she's like, is this? And then she's like, yes, I knew it, So the fact that like the music is very iconic, so it is cool to have that. So
yeah. So I mean, in the end, this is a great direct. I think overall for me, like I said when I was live reacting to it, I think it's like a solid 8 for me. you were sitting in those 8s, Trev? Where you at? Where you feeling over?
For me, like I felt good. I think I'd probably give it more of like a 7, like a just good.
Okay.
Like I think that there's some cool things here. I like honestly, I think I really like just the surrounding things a little bit more, just because it just seems like a celebration and fun. So that part of it, I'm very excited about. And the fact that, hey, they're bringing some awesome games to the Switch. I'll take it. It's not anything I haven't played before besides Sunshine, but I'm excited. So I'd say like it'll 7.5. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah. It's just nice to have a lineup here, kind of see how it all works out. One last question. Where is there going to be another game? Because we got October filled out with all this Mario stuff. We got November filled out only with one thing. Yep. And Pikmin's in October too. November, we got Game & Watch. So everything else is October. And September 18th, we got, 3D All-Stars. Then the other Mario things all the way out in February. Do they have like a trick up their sleeve? Do they have a game for November? Because usually you want a game in November. That's when you get all the Christmas sales. It's where everyone likes to put their big guy right there, front and center. I wonder if they do, and I wonder what it is. Is it a Zelda game? I wonder.
No, they don't have anything, Devin.
What if it's Skyward Sword?
That would be amazing. It's not. I will bet money it's not. But like, so this is what my thoughts are. I think originally the plan for the year, I think we were supposed to get the 3D World, the Mario 3D World, right? Yeah. Is that what it's called? Okay. I think that was supposed to be the big November game. But with COVID and everything happening, that had to get pushed because they're talking about the celebration of Mario's 35th anniversary, and they're talking about still celebrating it in his 26th anniversary. So I think it's pretty clear that they had plans to maybe even put this, like all the 3D collection, the All-Stars, announce it at E3, have it come out during the summer, and then have these other games in the fall, and including 3D World. But I think COVID put a damper on it. They had to make some changes, some different cuts. I don't think we're going to get anything else. I think that's it. And I think people will still buy a Switch for it.
I mean, I think they will too.
And they know that.
Yeah. And I think Mario Collection here and maybe Animal Crossing will be enough for this year. It's
not enough for me.
Not for me either. And that's my thing. I'm like, could there be another November thing? It wouldn't surprise me if we got a direct late October and they were like, we got a Zelda game. It has to be big. Like it has to be a game that doesn't need it can't be new. It needs to be something that's a series that's already there. It could be even a Metroid game, but that's not a big November game for because it just doesn't sell as well. Sure. But it needs to be something a Zelda-esque that is going to be like, oh, here it is, and it's Zelda, so who cares? You're going to buy it.
I would love that.
So I don't know. I doubt it too, but I do feel I wouldn't surprise me with the way Nintendo is acting that we do see something that's so quick and on the fly and random that it comes out in November.
Fingers crossed. I hope so.
Dude, that's the big chunky boy. That was one chunky guy. Thank you, Mr. Miyamoto, for coming back and for working on these amazing Mario games all your life. Good heck, you've done some good stuff. Trev, let's get into what we've been playing, man. What you playing, dude? What you rocking?
So I'm still rocking some of the games that we talked about last week, but a couple new ones that I want to highlight. So one here that I'm really excited about this is not a Switch game. This is Marvel Avengers, and I'm playing it on PC. And holy cow, this game really looks great. It is stunning. And I'm playing it in ultra wide. It is. So I was very skeptical about this game, Devin. I've heard a lot of negative things about the beta. I heard that it's just not that great. I went in, and I love Avengers. I love Marvel stuff. I love Marvel games. I enjoy, what's the name of the studio that did this?
Crystal Dynamics.
I love their games. Yeah, Tomb Raider. I feel like they do such a good job. I love this game, Devin. I have put
Do you?
maybe a good solid 8 hours into it already, and I am
Nice.
hooked. I don't know what people are talking about. I don't think this game sucks. It is so fun, and a lot of people that are actually playing it now that it's out, have been. There's more positive out there about this game than initially. I think the beta put it in a bad light. What I'm showing right now, if you're watching the stream, this is what happened in the beta, and it's pretty linear and whatnot, but this I didn't want to show anything else because I don't want any spoilers or whatnot, but it is so fun. I love the upgrades. I love getting the new abilities. I played a level as Hulk the other day, and it was so freaking epic, Devin. Like, I just felt so BA, and my kids were watching and they're just like, oh my gosh, Dad, this looks so real. And it was just, I don't know. I love it. I'm so excited to keep playing it. I'm having fun with the story. I think the dialogue is really cool. Like, it feels very like it's from the company that makes the Tomb Raider games. Like, there is a story there. There's some character development. Some of the locations that they go to, Devin, us being from Utah, it's pretty cool. Like,
got some Utah representation.
Yeah, dude. Like, and it is so legit. There's a part, Devin, that you take, and this is early on, but you take a bus to Delta, Utah.
Are you kidding me?
No joke, okay? You get on a
dude.
bus, and it says Delta, Utah on the bus. And I'm like,
What?
dude, I was born in Delta. For those of you that don't know, this is a town with 5,000 people. It is teeny, out in the middle of the Utah desert. It is, like, I'm going there this weekend. I love it. But, like, it was cool to see that. And, like, I don't know. So it just was cool. Like, that was a cool little thing. I think they put it in there just for me. Because, like, come on.
Apparently.
Anyways, I've been loving this game. I am gushing. I think it's awesome. Now it could go sour later on. I don't know. So, I can't put my full stamp of approval, but so far I can say that I've been having a blast with it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Marvel fan. I want to check it out. I just haven't been doing a lot of new games because my dad has my PlayStation 4, dude.
Wait, your dad stole your PlayStation?
Well, I gave it to him to
Scotty Moon,
and Homeboy's just taking it for good. So I'm like, I need my games, man. I'm missing out on so many games.
That's awesome. I love it.
So he's got that, but yeah, Marvel. So I'm playing old Xbox games because what else do they have?
Yeah, there you go.
So Marvel's Avengers, dude. I'm so excited. I love Marvel crap, and so I guess the only thing I've heard is that the combat probably won't keep you excited for how long they want.
Probably
because they want
yeah
Destiny or Evergreen.
Sure. Yeah.
It might not be Evergreen, but dude, I'm not an Evergreen player, so I'm like, I'm totally down. If this is 30 hours, 20 hours, give me a
That's
break.
perfect.
Totally
like
cool.
I'm not totally I don't think like you're right. Like there is some multiplayer stuff in this where you're like, you're gearing up your Hulk and you're going in and playing with the other characters and stuff like that. I don't see myself doing that. I see myself going through the story and be like, cool, awesome, peace. And whatever new characters that they put out in story. But it is fun. The combat has been entertaining. I think just the flair that they put into a lot of the abilities and stuff like it just like feel so epic that it just, you're not really, maybe not even doing much. You're hitting a button, but it looks so cool. So I'm into it. So anyways, cool. I love this game. The other one that I've been playing is Spellbreak. We talked about this last week as far as the game that was coming out. And this is a Fortnite-esque battle royale type game where you play as a wizard and you get 2 different gauntlets with different like spell abilities and you're gearing up, you're running around, going as a team, fighting stuff. It's pretty fun. It's on Switch. It's multi-platform. You can play with everybody else, which I love. So the fact that I can play it when I am at home on the PC, and then maybe when I'm chilling in the living room, I can play on the Switch or whatever. It is surprisingly fun. I've only played a handful of matches, so I can't say that it's like incredible or anything. I've still prefer going back to Fortnite, but so far it's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
it's probably hard to compete with a game like Fortnite, who's got loads of cash and has been doing it forever.
Well,
So
and yeah, that
it's hard
has a
to
lot of experience with it, and not to mention like the properties that they have like tied into it, like Star Wars
yeah,
and Marvel and all these other things. And I'm like, I love these things. So obviously
yeah.
that's not here unless they one day get the Harry Potter license. That would be real cool.
That'd be
um,
cool.
but the last thing I've been playing, and it's Super Mario World, or Super Mario Brothers 3, and
Yeah.
it's a little side thing that we've started for the channel. It's called the Warp Whistle, where basically we warp back in time to a retro game, an old school game, and check it out, play it, have it, experience it with you guys, do a little reminiscing along the way, because a lot of these games we grew up with, which is awesome. And the first one we're going with is the Super Mario Brothers 3, and we'll take your suggestions, try something else. But Devin and I want to kind of play around with some of these old games, do some little live streams, and have you guys join us in our adventure. So please check out the Warp Whistle. We have it posted on YouTube and Twitch. And I should be doing about 1 or 2 of these a week, and just quick little 20-minute chunks.
Yeah. Trevor will be doing Mario Bros 3 on his own lonesome. Then I'll join on the next one or try to figure out how to.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, we're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun. We're pretty excited about this whole thing. So just another way for you guys to check us out in a different manner. If you're just into watching games, I know a lot of Twitch people are. It's a good way to check us out in our natural habitat.
Our natural habitat. I'm actually in my underwear the whole time, so that's the only awkward part. Like, I know that like you're gonna have to deal with that. I'm a hairy guy, so you're gonna see like some stuff. But
there's a little, it's a secret. It's a secret all below here.
Yeah, keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yep.
What about you, Devin? What have you been playing, my friend?
So, dude, like I said, for my Nintendo Switch has been like kind of this. I've been waiting for Mario. I'm going to buy it. I already got that bad boy pre-ordered, so that's going to be my next game when it comes to Nintendo stuff. I've been running that Gears 5, man. I just got an Xbox. I have nothing else here, so I'm just chilling with my Xbox One, enjoying the Game Pass, kind of digging all the games that they have on there. Gears 5, an excellent game, man. I think
it really is.
I think these guys have done something 343 hasn't, which has made Gears better.
Right.
And Halo isn't, like they saw what Gears was and they were like, what Gears could use? Some emotion and some character. Like there were characters. Don't make it like there are characters. Marcus Phoenix, all those guys are characters.
Right.
But they didn't have any emotion to them. They were, I know they tried with Dom's wife, and everyone was like, wow, heartbreaking. No, that sucked. This is like real emotion, real feelings. These characters you actually can live with, and you're like, oh, I actually like this story.
I feel like they've done a much better job with story over the last couple games.
Yeah, and I like the enemies they've created, like the new enemies, the robots, stuff like that. I feel like they've done better with even the design. So much brighter, so much color.
Well, adding color at all.
Right? Yeah. So much better, and like just the designs of the worlds look better. I love what they have done, like the Coalition has done. I think it's quite a bit better. I think it's Coalition. I hope it's Coalition.
It is, yeah.
Anyways,
the Coalition, yeah. I think that's a great comparison between them and then having Bungie then switch to 343 with Halo, and I wish the same type of it's hard to say because like I feel like they're trying. I feel like they're trying to give it the same kind of care and love, and so you can't discredit that. But there's something that's not clicking, obviously, Yeah,
it's missing something to me. So, anyways, I've really been enjoying Gears. Love these third person. It's always been good. Like it's always been fun to play. But I think what they've done is really created something pretty impressive. So, if you haven't tried Gears, I mean, it's free with Game Pass. You can try it on anything. So, give it a try. It's pretty awesome. Dude, loving it. Thanks for sharing what you're playing, man. Should we get into console wars?
Dude, let's do it.
All right. This is where me and Trev break down the latest news from Xbox and PlayStation within 5 minutes, not a minute more. This is the Nintendo show. Get your sick, grummy fingers out of my beautiful Mario salad, okay? Get out. 5 minutes.
I don't want a Mario salad. No, thank you. Gross, man.
Dude, oh yes. So Trev, here's some next gen stuff. You're the PC guy. You wrote this in here. We got NVIDIA's RTX 3000 series graphics card. We can talk about that.
Yes.
I also want to go over Xbox versus the Switch versus PlayStation, how they will line up and who will sell the most this year. And we'll predict on that. Let me get the timer up. You think after, doing this a couple times, I'd actually know to have it up?
That you'd have it
All
ready.
Yeah. No,
I love that you're consistent though, Devin. I love that we have this consistency. That's what's important.
Yep. People live off consistency, even the bad guys. I don't change for nobody.
Nobody, nothing.
Let's start with Xbox, Switch, PlayStation.
Okay, let's do it.
Who's gonna beat it out? So let's talk about the PlayStation's lineup as far as we know it. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales coming out. We also have possibly maybe a month or two away. We got Ratchet and Clank somewhere.
Yeah, they said launch window, which can be a wide window, but whatever.
Yes. What's a launch window? Who knows? We got Godfall and not Bugsnax, but maybe that would be great. Trevor would buy it, instant buy.
Oh, instant.
Instant. So that's the game lineup. We don't know anything about price yet. Still,
nope.
We do not know much about the innards except that it has a sick SSD. That's all we know.
Dude, it's the sickest.
Sickest. Supposed to be faster than anything. And then we have no real backwards compatibility recently.
Yeah, I think they have mentioned PS4 backwards compatibility for most games, but other than that, I'm pretty sure that they just don't have a focus on going back any further.
Yeah, so that's the PlayStation as of now. Then we got the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. Both of those, we do not know the price. We do know there's probably going to be a gap between those two consoles, maybe a $200 price.
Sure.
Probably a beefy boy, probably lots of money. We'll see what happens overall. Then we got no games.
I can
honestly,
no, Devin, you have thousands of games, is what they said. You'll have you have over 1,000 games to play at launch. It's incredible.
It's true. You will have over 1,000.
They just didn't say that they wouldn't be new ones.
Yeah,
they would be old games.
None of them exclusive. Yeah, so there's that. So no Halo, no nothing. But you do have backwards compatibility. There's your 1,000 out. There's that.
You'll have your big third-party titles that come out this year.
We know what's inside it, right? We know it's big, hardy. It's going to be better than PlayStation. That's the word. Except for the SSD, that's where PlayStation's winning out. We do, we'll get the third parties. We're going to get our Call of Duties. We're going to get all that stuff. Assassin's Creed. They've been lining up with Assassin's Creed. So you're going to get your third parties. How much better they're going to look? A little. There's that. And then we got the Switch, which is a whole bunch of Mario. You got a lot of remakes. It's a different kind of take on
backwards compatibility. Yeah, it's backwards compatibility where you have to buy it again, even if you owned the old version.
Yep. You kind of buy into it.
That's a different take.
Yeah. So you got a whole bunch of that. You got your Mario Kart. We got a new Mario Kart game. That's not bad. We know we got Pikmin 3. I don't see that being a high seller in any way. No new Switches. We got the Switch Lite, which came out recently. We got a year out. We know that it has been selling really well, but also that it hasn't been in stock very well. But we also know that PlayStation doesn't sound like it's doing so hot on the stock issue as well. So the concern is like, I'm like, who do you think, if we were betting on this thing, what would you go for, man? What
which one sells the most units?
Who sells the most? Yeah, who sells the most
Switch for sure. The Switch will, because they have the cheapest option guaranteed out of all of them. They have a $200 console this holiday, so they have the Lite. They'll sell. Mario is coming out again for the amount of times, but people will buy it. So I really think that Nintendo's got it. As long as they could keep pumping out them consoles and that inventory line, getting enough, I really think that they're gonna sell the most this holiday, because I really think the new excitement around the consoles will be awesome. But we got to remember they're gonna be expensive units, and I think that there's gonna be very limited quantities and inventory. So I think. Even though it's an old system at this point, the Switch is gonna win as far as the most sold. What do you think?
Yes. Well, and I think that's all good points. And also, the Switch is the second console for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people are getting into the idea that, oh, yeah, I need a Switch right now, now
Right.
that they're kind of moving on. So I think we will be seeing a uptick in sales there. And it's only been going up.
Totally.
PlayStation, again, I'm worried about PlayStation 5 stock. I don't know about Xbox. They seem to be totally fine. But that doesn't mean anything because it seems like on most polls that I've seen that most people don't care about that at all. So
Right.
I don't. For me as well, I do think the Switch will probably barely win out maybe the PlayStation 5 if they have enough stock because people are Sony ponies. They're gonna roll that thing. Xbox has
Sony ponies.
a long hike. They have a long hike, sadly.
Yeah.
I don't think games are going to be interesting enough on Sony. To be honest, I don't think Spider-Man is going to be blowing my mind. But
Nope.
I loved it, and I love the first one, so we'll go for it. We'll give it a try, and I think it's going to be the console that I go for first.
Cool.
But see what happens. Dude, let's talk about real quick the NVIDIA RTX 3000 series graphic card.
Yes.
NVIDIA came out, showed all their goodness. Dude,
Devin,
how
I
about
was
the flops?
Yeah,
How
the
about the
flops. It has all the flops. No, so all right. I initially was with you, Devin. I was leaning towards the PS5. I don't think I'm going to buy either of these consoles. Now at this point, I think I'm going to be upgrading a video card is what I'm going to be doing.
Really?
I
Okay.
like to be honest, because like looking at what these video cards are, so they're launching the 3070, the 3080, and the 3090. And the thing is, the power in these things, okay? So the biggest, baddest graphics card right now, or consumer grade, whatever, is the 2080 Ti. I know the thing went off, but I got a few minutes. So with that, okay, that thing is beefy, but it also is crazy expensive. It's like over $1,000 for just this video card, right? This 3000 series, okay, all of them are going to be outperforming some of that top end 2000 series that are crazy expensive, and they're coming in at a cheaper price. The 3700 is coming in at $500. The 38 is coming in at $7, and then the 39 the 3090 is coming out at the ridiculous $1,500 price, and that's going to be a card that not many people are ever going to need to use. But like something like the 3070, probably the same price as these brand new consoles, and it is going to outperform all of them from what it sounds like.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
They're saying that it's like double the performance of some of these higher end old GPUs, like where they're getting almost 2 times the performance. And I've really enjoyed playing games on PC, and I think that's the direction I'm going to go. Sadly, I love getting excited about a new console, but for me, I think there's a lot of disappointment. They haven't even announced the price. They haven't enticed me to buy one of these things. And I almost was just going to buy one out of habit of like, it's the new thing. Get it.
Yep.
I use my PC every day for everything from this podcast to work to everything. Like it makes sense for me to put money into the computer and also have it be able to most likely outperform these new consoles. So I think that's the route that I'm going to go.
Yeah, I think it's just the exclusive thing for me. I'm like, I love exclusives. I love Sony's exclusives. I used to love Xboxes, and so I think that's the thing that pulls me away from PC so much.
Yeah.
But because they don't have anything really. It's all third party. But dude, that graphics card, I think I heard 30 flops, 30 teraflops
or more. Like it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot. The Xbox Series X, which is supposed to be the big guy, is like, what was it, 12 or something like that?
And obviously that doesn't like
mean
overall like there's that much of a importance. There's a lot of things that go into it. But the thing is too is you got to remember there are a lot of exclusives, Devin. Like there's a lot of like RTS games. There's a lot of MMOs. There's a lot of like there are a lot of games that I enjoy that are only available on PC, and to get the best experience there, plus all the Xbox stuff. And lately PlayStation has been putting out some of their exclusives. Like I've been playing through Horizon, the PC version of that, and I think that they've started to see that, oh, we're getting a whole bunch of extra cells putting it on this other platform. They've even discussed and have like openly discussed potentially bringing more. I don't think they'll bring everything, but I think bringing more of those exclusive, because I love the PlayStation exclusives, but I've slowly have gotten tired of them. They feel very samey, and I'm like, I'm kind of getting tired of that. Initially, I was loving it. I loved the story, but I'm getting a little worn out from it. So
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And you're right. I mean, they're just not the games I play, like RTXs or MMOs. But yeah, that's totally true. Yep. Yeah. Well, there's that. Console Wars is done. We gave you way too much time.
Yeah, sorry. I had to talk about these video cards, man. I'm so excited.
No, dude, it's pretty awesome. Let's do a little bit of fan questions here. Okay. Mario Hype says, I've never played any of the 3D Mario games. What is the best of the 3 games coming to the Switch? What should I start with? Oh, I got another timer going. Okay, stop.
All the timer.
All the timing. What do you think? Best 3D Mario game out of the ones on that collection. What is your favorite one? What's the one you?
64. That's everybody should play 64. It's still a great game. It is so fun. And then to see where 3D Mario came from, just as like a history lesson, man. Like, it's so cool. Like it is a great game, and it still is. I think some people might struggle with the way it looks and maybe the way the camera controls, unless they fixed that a little bit. Maybe they didn't mention it. But I don't know. What about you? Like, I really think also Galaxy would be an easy one for people to jump into.
Yeah, I think Galaxy would be the easiest to start. I'm more interested in Sunshine personally, but I think Galaxy, the weird thing about Galaxy, it's not quite the same as the other two. Like Mario 64 and Sunshine are very much like Odyssey, which is just collectathons. And this one is Galaxy is very much like kind of 2D. It's just because you're not doing a lot of discovering, you're doing a lot of maps, to get to that star. A lot of like jumping, which is my favorite Mario. In my opinion, I love the obstacle courseness of Mario. So for me, I would say Galaxy. But I mean, if you're a collectathon guy, 64. I mean, Sunshine has too many hiccups that I think it's a little rougher, but I think 64 is a classic. So it just depends on you, but I'm gonna go with Galaxy. Trev says 64.
Yep.
Do your thing, man. All right. I'm just seeing, because we've done some of these. We did the Mario Kart Live, Pomo. What does Pomo say? Oh, Trev. Pomo says, it seems, gentlemen, that a bet has been resolved. A few episodes ago, Trev bet that Mario 64 would be a 4:3 aspect ratio, while Dehvin said it would be 16.9. Now that Trevor has won, what does Dehvin plan to give him?
He's going to return my amiibo. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's yours. But, no.
I'm sure I'm fine with us playing tag on this.
Where we just it's the trophy that we pass back and forth. I love it. Except for then we just spend a bunch in shipping back and forth.
Yeah, I know. No one's gonna be getting much, but here he is, hostage.
I love him.
He's a beautiful amiibo. What do you want, Trevor? It's got to be $10 or less.
Dude, I don't know. It does nothing, dude. Don't worry about it. I just want to be able to hold this over you. That's it. Okay. You won so many times at so many of our other dumb games. Like the one time that I get something right, dude, I'm just gonna celebrate. Celebrate it.
Okay, that's fine. Full celebration. All right.
Hey, but thank you for bringing that up, Pomo. I appreciate that. Keeping Dehvin honest. So thank you.
No, you're a sweetheart, Pomo.
You're a saint.
Thank you for making me feel like a failure in my life as a game analyst. Professional.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very much me. All right, new releases coming out. There's not many, people. We got Party Hard 2. This is a sequel to Party Hard. That was like, I don't know much about it. It's an indie game about one epic party, I think, and you're trying to kill somebody or something. I don't know what it is, but check it out. It seemed interesting enough that it was worth putting on. So Party Hard 2. RPG Maker, MV. That's another RPG Maker game. If you definitely have your fan base, you know who you are.
Yes, you have played all the other ones. This is for you.
This is for you. You know who you are. If you're into making RPGs, that's the game for you, or any game for that matter. And then we got Meganoid, which looks like a total Mega Man ripoff. I know you're a Mega Man fan. You can go check that out. Don't know how well it's going to review, but go check it out if you want.
I
If you're
might.
feeling
We'll see.
desperate because Mega Man is dead, because Capcom doesn't get enough money from him, then go check out Meganoid. That's that. That's all we got. In a couple of weeks, we're gonna get some real good stuff. So don't worry, people. Trev, our final recommendations. This is where we give you something awesome to check out video games or otherwise. Trev, what is your final recommendation?
My friend, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, I'll go for it. My recommendation is two YouTube channels that I think are pretty excellent.
Go
One
for
is
it.
called the Min-Max Show. Two N's and two X's, maybe. I don't know. Min-Max. Anyways, they're really great podcasts. It's the guy, I don't know what his name is, but he used to be the host for the Game Informer show. Then he
Oh,
left to do
yeah.
this show.
Okay, cool.
They do a great job. It's very easy allies, which is like, to me, that it's very like homemade, similar to us, homebrew, really a little, they're starting to get in studios and get bigger, and the stuff that they do is really excellent. I love their podcast. They do a great job. And they have deep dives where they go into video games like deeply and discuss them. They did like Final Fantasy 7 and Halo recently, which I checked the whole thing out, which was really cool. Another one to check out is Spawnwave. The guy is really talented at he does specifically news, and he does it every morning. He's really committed, does a great job. It's just a single dude, but that's where I get all my gaming news. Is really good at like getting that to you. He does a podcast, but it's like more random. It's not like my favorite thing, but as far as his news
But
goes,
it's
it's
new stuff.
primo
Dude,
stuff.
very
Yeah.
cool. I'll check that
both of
out.
those guys out. Yeah. What do you got, Trev?
All right, for me, so I'm not a crazy book reader. I love comic books. That's kind of my thing. But there are a handful of books that I adore, that I love, that are very important to who I am and whatnot. All right. So recently, I guess I started reading The Hobbit with my kids. So every night we get together and we read a handful of pages of The Hobbit, and that's just been kind of our routine lately. And it has been so fun. So my boys, they're, I don't know, typical boys that hate to read. Maybe they get it from me. I don't know. It was probably me. Let's be honest. But I was to the point because they have to read for school, and they are always complaining about like, I don't want to read, Dad. Like, there's nothing fun. Reading sucks. It's boring. And I was like, you guys don't know. There are a lot of great, incredible books out there. I've read a lot, and there's a lot of great reads. And I was like, hey guys, can I read with you? And I'll let you guys also take turns reading pages and getting that practice and whatnot. But I'm like, hey, can we read a book? One of my favorite books of all time. And they're like, no, Dad, I don't want to do it. Anyways, I'm just like, we're doing it. Okay, Dehvin, we started reading together, and they were so just hooked, enthralled. They were zeroed in on those pages. And as we were talking, I'm like, okay, our 20 minutes are up, dudes. And they're like, no, keep reading. And I was like, all right. So we read for hours, and it was awesome. And every night they're like, hey, Dad, when are we going to read? And I'm like, I never thought I'd hear them say that. And so my recommendation, Dehvin, is pick something that you're passionate about, whether it's a book, whether it's movies, whatever it is, and be it your kids, friends, whatever. Share things that you have a passion for, because things that you have a passion for, you put this little spark of interest in it that ignites the interest of others. So take that passion and really share it with others. Share that good out there, and read to your kids. I was surprised at how much fun I've been having with it.
Yeah, The Hobbit is a great book, dude. That's like one of my first like childhood books. It's really good. Like it's not Lord of the Rings where you're just like, this is an Efron history novel. It's a little more story based, a little more childly. And I'm like, I dig this. It's a little more direct. So it's pretty cool.
It's so good.
That's awesome, man. That's great. Everyone, thanks for watching the Nintendo show. We made it through. This was exciting. Make sure you go to our website, nintendoshow.com. Follow us here right on Twitch. You can go on Instagram as well, that we're there, Facebook. Remember to go to the podcast service of your choice and leave us a review on iTunes. That helps out a whole bunch. Till next week, man. You guys all have fun. Enjoy them video games, and we will see you later. Bye.